Hello everybody, in this lecture we are going to learn applications of database management system. Before moving into the topic, firstly let us define what a database is and how is it different from database management system, and then we are going to learn the applications of database management system. Firstly, what is a database? The database is a collection of interrelated data which is used to retrieve, insert and delete the data efficiently. So database can be defined as a place where huge amounts of interrelated data can be stored. Interrelated data, what do you mean by this? For example, I wanted to store the data that relates to the students of a particular section. So all such data related to that particular section of the students are stored in a place called database. So likewise, a database is maintained in any kind of institutions or organizations that you will come to know in which all places the database is used. So that we will know in the applications of database management system. So you have to remember that it is a place where the interrelated data is stored, and it is mainly used for retrieving, inserting, and performing any kind of operations, like if you wanted to update the data or wanted to perform any kind of alterations or wanted to delete the data from the database. All such sort of operations can be made in the database. So how these operations can be made on the data that is stored in the database? For this we need a software, and that software is nothing but called database management system. So the main goal of database management system is that it provides an efficient and convenient way for the end user in order to store the data as well as to retrieve the data efficiently. Coming to the applications of database management system, in which all fields this database system has been used. Here I have listed few fields or the sectors where the database system has been used. Coming to the first one we have is railway reservation system. So what kind of information the railways needs to maintain? Like basically it is going to maintain PNR information, which is a passenger name recording information, and what could be the train schedule. So such kind of schedule information is maintained, and HR information. It is like we all know railways have their own employees, and so the employees related information is maintained in the database of railways, and the login details of the passengers, all such sort of information is maintained in the database. So this is about the railway reservation system and why they are maintaining the database. Coming to the second one, that is the library management system. So in library management system, here also the database is maintained for certain purpose. Like if a student wanted to take a book from the library, then there must be a library manager who has to manage over the thousands and thousands of books that are available in the library. How the library manager is going to maintain such a record is he or she is going to maintain the information related to the books in a place called database. So it is a database is a place where the books related information is being stored. Like how many number of books has been issued to the students, or how many number of books are still in the requirement, how many are available, what sort of books are still needed, how many books are issued to the students. So all such sort of information is maintained by the library manager, and that data is stored in the database of a library. Coming to banking. So banking sector is also a place where the any kind of transactions that has been done by the customers on daily basis. There are many customers who make transactions, like It can be a transaction of transferring the funds from one account to the other account, or it can be depositing the amount into somebody's account, or withdrawing the cash from the account, or the number of accounts that has been opened on that particular day by the number of users. Any such sort of transaction related information is maintained in a database. And so this banking sector is also going to maintain the database in this manner. Coming to education sector. In education sector, what kind of information is stored in the database? We have many private institutions or any other organizations or universities. They have to maintain the database in order to store the details of the students and the details of the students that have enrolled into their respective courses. How many courses that a university or a college is providing to the students. In every course, how many number of students are present and their personal details. Not only this, this database is also used for maintaining the results related to the students. What are their grades? How many backlogs a student is carrying, and any transport related information or a free related information. All such kind of information is maintained in a database. So this is the reason why the education sectors has to maintain the database. And coming to the next point, which is social media sites. In social media sites, the database system is used in order to store the details of the number of users that they are accessing into the different sites. It is going to store the login details of the users, or it is going to store the users that they have just registered into the new accounts. Such information is stored in the database. And coming to the next, which is accounting and finance. So what is accounting and finances? It is used for storing the information about the holdings, sales, and purchase of financial instruments such as stocks and bonds. So for this, the database is maintained. And coming to the seventh point, which is e-commerce websites. E-commerce websites is nothing but like online shopping websites. So what kind of information is stored and maintained in online stores? It not only maintains the information related to the sales, in addition to that, it also has to maintain, the database has also should store the details of the order made by the user and the login details of the users, as well as the number of reviews about the products which are made by the customers. And for all such kind of reasons, we can say that the online stores are one of the important application of database management system. Next, coming to eighth, that is human resource management. Any organization will have employees. Example, we consider an institution, an education institution. So in this institution, in education institution, we have several employees. They belong to different categories like teaching and non-teaching. We have admin block and account section, exam branch section, and all. So there are a number of employees that belong to different departments. In every department, how many number of employees are present? What are their personal details, or then the payroll of the employees, salary details of the employees, all such sort of information is maintained in a database. So this is all about the human resource management and why it is maintaining the database. And coming to the healthcare system, the database is maintained in the sector so that it can maintain the number of patients that has got admitted on that particular day, and the number of patients that they are discharged. So what kind of medicines have been taken, and who is the doctor has been consulted by so and so patient, the patient personal details, and the amount that the patient has cleared so far. This is all about the healthcare system. And coming to the next one, which is airline reservation system, which is very much similar to railway reservation system. It tells you about the schedule of the uh, flight, when it is going to take off or when it is going to land, number of passengers that they are traveling, their login details, and like PNR numbers and all such sort of information. If there is any cancellation of the flight, any delay of the flight, all such sort of schedule information and passenger related information is stored in a database system. And so airline reservation system has to maintain the database for these kind of reasons. And the last but not least is the security. Now, what is a security? Security is important for anything like if the data is to be kept something confidential, then we should not allow everyone to access the data. So we want to restrict some of the users to access the data. So how is it possible? Are there any security mechanisms which are employed by the database management system? So we have certain things which can be made possible using database management system application. So thereby we can restrict the end users in not accessing the whole information. An abstract kind of information can be viewed to certain level or to certain extent, and you can hide the implementation details or the essential details from the end users, thereby restricting the end users in accessing all the information. So this is all which can be made possible using the database management system. Thank you.